Yo, 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 yo. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Max and Juan Cast live show. Max, how you doing tonight, my brother?
I'm doing good, Juan. I'm anxious to talk football. I'm anxious to talk about a team in particular.
What a fucking time, bro. What a time to be alive. What a
What a
time to
time.
be an Eagle fan. Look, I just want to tell you this, man. Congratulations. I would fucking die, bro, to be in an Eagle fan's position. The last 5 years, Max? I mean, you have witnessed your team knowing the knowledge of football, having the love for it that you have for it right now. It's not like when they went to the Super Bowl in '05 and you was an adolescent's age. Like, you are in the mix of football and you're witnessing your favorite team fucking succeed.
We on the precipice.
Congratulations, man.
We on the precipice, Juan. And I know you don't understand none of that because you're a Raider fan. And
I don't.
you don't know what
Shots
we talking
fired,
about.
but you're
You don't know
facts.
what
You're
it's like
facts.
out here. You don't know what it's like to be hunted. You don't know what it's like.
I
mean,
know
y'all
how it
just
feels to
you're a
be a
slapdick
victim.
team.
I'm
You're
a
a
victim,
slapdick.
man. We
You're a
the
slapdick
victims.
organization. You're a slapdick team, Juan. I understand. I love y'all. I always root for the Raiders, man.
No, that's not facts.
I always
Go
root for them.
you're not part of the nation.
I'm not.
Stop.
I'm part of the
All
Bird
right.
Gang, the
You
actual
bird
team,
gang.
an
All
actual
right.
organization. You know, that's all I'm gonna say. It's a Philly thing. You wouldn't understand.
All I'm saying is that attitude was a little bit different 2020 when we first started the podcast and you was talking about the
You
Philadelphia
had the
Eagles.
same energy the whole time. Ass. Dirt.
Only if my team can back me up. Have my back for once.
Have they?
All
Have
right.
they ever?
No, they have never had my back, bro. They've always failed me. But look, it's championship fucking weekend. I'm so excited for football, man. Max is excited. You guys should be excited. And if you guys are joining us right now, man, hit that damn like button, bro. Hit up that like button. There's 3 people in here. I better see 3 thumbs up in the damn YouTube. You guys are watching this after the fact. We appreciate y'all too. Hit that like button. You guys are not running away from that. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. And if you guys already subscribed, what they got to do, Max?
They got to smash that like button. They got to unfollow.
No, come
Get
on.
into it, stupid. You
Look,
got to
you
unsubscribe,
slacking.
resubscribe.
There
Don't be a
you
slapdick team like the Raiders.
Hey, look, no
And
slander.
don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me.
No slander. Look, people, this man thinks just because his weak ass Bird Gang made the NFC Championship that he could just be talking like he king shit right now.
Hey.
What's the deal, bro? You guys haven't won the Super Bowl yet.
I ain't saying that. We got a big test in front of us. We got a big opponent. You know, we're split on the pot. I'm just gonna say it right now. One's a slapdick. He don't want to ride. He hates the Niners, but he don't want to ride the Bird Gang. So the word of the day, Philly. That's all I'm gonna say. One, take it over.
Philly, dilly. Look, NFC Championship, baby. San Francisco 49ers, 13-4, going up against the Philadelphia Eagles, 14-3. Game is in Philly. Here's some of the betting info for it. Niners, 2.5 point underdogs in this one. Philly is favored. Money line. San Francisco is plus 122. Philly is minus 145. Over under 46 points. All right, let's get into the injuries. Lane Johnson, probable. Vontae Maddox, questionable. AJ Brown, probable. And what's the down low on these guys?
Okay, so Lane's for sure playing. He played last week. AJ suffered a little bit of a tight hip tightness, little stinger. He's going to play, but it was just about seeing how much he's going to play. Vontae Maddox hasn't played in a long time. He'd be kind of a surprise to me to play, especially in the first game. He's been gone a long time, but we'll see about that. I don't know. That one's definitely questionable, like 50-50. We're not sure.
Then we got Jimmy G on the other side, IR. CMC, calf injury, probable.
He'll play for sure.
Yeah, he'll play.
Charles Omenihu won. Been in the news lately. I don't know if you've seen this.
No, tell me
he
about
was
it.
arrested for domestic violence like 2 days ago.
No way.
They don't know if he's going to travel with the team. I'm going to look at it. Apparently, they're still in the gathering information stages of it. Niners willing to let legal process play out. ESPN had an article about 8 hours. Kind of a little bit of a not the time.
Yeah.
Not the time.
But you know what though? As they like to say in America, proven innocent. What is it?
You're
Proven
innocent
what?
until you're proven guilty.
Exactly. You're innocent until you're proven guilty. Look, he's probably an asshole that beat up a woman. If so, throw that man in jail. But we've seen a lot of instances, especially with sports players, Max, that they have been falsely accused of this type of stuff, and it winds up going away. A la like Gary on Conley, like a guy like him.
Yeah, for sure.
So the Niners are gonna let him play. I'm guessing if he's healthy and he's ready to go, they're gonna play him. They're gonna let the legal system worry about that stuff later, unfortunately. But look, man, key stats for the Eagles.
Okay.
What you thinking, Max?
Second quarter scoring one. I looked a lot for like, let's see, was there like a little niche? These are two teams. One, if you want to hit the storylines, just so everyone can see it, these are two teams. You're going to see a lot of run the ball. You're going to see a lot of, hey, we got this big powering O-line, a la Trent Williams, Jordan Maitala, Mike McGlinchey, run game. You're going to see a lot of stuff like that. That's really going to decide this game. And that's what I want to see. The Eagles have the 16th ranked running defense and the first ranked passing defense. We know Frisco's all about the run game one. But the problem is when Frisco comes back and they're going to drop back and the Eagles get that pressure because the Eagles led the league in sacks by 15, a wide margin. Their sack pressure rate, I think, was like second place was closer to 28th place than it was to first. So this is what is key. You have the guy in Brock Purdy who's just having a Cinderella story. Just, and it's true. He's playing amazing, man. But let's see if the Eagles can get after him, make him throw a bad interception, have a strip sack fumble. And then we already know about the Niners defense. But this ain't no slouch offense.
Couple of nuggets for this one that I wanted up researching before the pod. 49ers haven't given up a 100-yard rusher since 2020 in October.
Wow.
And guess who that player was? It wasn't even a running back. It was Justin Fields.
Oh, so it was the first game of the year, wasn't it?
No, 2020. His Justin rookie Fields? Year. Remember when he went off and he had that crazy play? They played his rookie year.
Oh also. My God, late in the year. I do.
That was the last time the 49ers defense has let up 100 yards.
So what do you think? How do you think the run defense of the Niners matches up against the run game for the Eagles?
Oh, well, it's pitch perfect. I mean, they can stop the run, but the Eagles, I mean, this is the best of the best we're talking about.
We've seen teams who are good against the run, a la the New Orleans Saints from a couple years ago, the best team against the run.
We thought the boys, we thought the G-Man were good to have stopped the run.
No, what I'm saying is the Eagles with Jalen Hurts' legs really put teams in an effing bind. So that being said, it doesn't throw away the stats, really. Like, do you think mano y mano, this team can stop the Eagles from really running the ball?
I think so. They match up really good. They have the neutralizer in Nick Bosa. The one thing that scares me, honestly, is their D tackles. Besides Javon Kinlaw, and Javon Kinlaw is not someone that's like thick, massive, like a Phil Taylor, or like, I don't know why Phil Taylor was the first person.
Or Jordan Davis on the other side of this.
Yeah, like Vince Wilfork, like big chunky guys. And granted, they don't run that type of scheme. They don't run the traditional nose tackle. So their guys are a little bit, on the slimmer side, like Mo Hurst, Javon Kinlaw, like I said.
Eric Armstead is very slender.
Eric Armstead. Yeah, exactly. So that kind of part scares me because I do feel like to stop the Eagles, where they're their best is in the inside with Jason Kelce. And Jason Kelce is going to I got Jason Kelce in that matchup against any D tackle of the Niners. As good as Eric Armstead is, I just think, come on, Jason Kelce's all pro, bro. So that's a tough matchup. But on the outsides, I do feel like they can get something going with Nick Bosa and all the other edge guys that they bring in. Like, that part I'm not scared about.
Well, I think its question is even when they like get in there, whether it's a pass play or run play, say they get pressure. Jalen Hurts might be one of the best guys at getting away from pressure with his legs. And yeah, he's not no Justin Fields electric, but he's strong, he's sturdy, he'll shrug a guy off. And he puts teams in a bind with what the run game is, whether it's a RPO, whether it's a design quarterback run. Jalen Hurts really is, we've been saying all year, he's the key to the Eagles system. He's the key to this game specifically because if he can break a few runs, get the pass rushers to slow down, and it's like honestly just cherry on top with the O line because our O line can move people one. And I feel there's going to be some place we
You
move them,
guys,
maybe work up to the second level, pop Fred Warner, bust one out.
I don't even think it's close, Max. I think you guys have the best run game in football. I don't even think it's close.
So let's flip the sides. What do you think about San Francisco's run game against the Eagles' defensive front?
We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Look, a lot of people
Because
were
you
dogging.
said there's no
People were
hog
dogging
on the
them. Yeah,
Niners.
yeah.
There's a hog on the Eagles. There's a couple hogs. There's maybe 3 who are immovable objects.
Yeah, Jordan Davis, of course, and Fletcher Cox.
And don't sleep on Javon Hargrave now.
Yeah, what they call him in Madden?
Gravedigger. Stupidest name ever.
Gravedigger. But look, man, the Niners, I think it's a different ball game when it comes to their run game because Philly, it's more of like mano a mano. We're bigger than you. We're stronger than you. We're going to run you over. It's power run game. With the 49ers, it's a little bit more complex. They're super versatile ever since they got McCaffrey. It's zone runs. It's power runs. It's
the Debo
stretches.
stuff too.
Yeah, it's everything, bro. So you have to really watch out. You got to be on your toes, man, when you're playing the Niners because you can't really scheme up against one type of running scheme. It's going to be nearly impossible. You're going to get your ass kicked. So I go back to this, Max. What's a game that pops out to you all season from the Eagles? You can pick any game. What was the game where they stopped your guys' run game and you were made to pass the ball to win? Like Jalen Hurts had to beat you.
I feel like the
What was
Colts
that
a
game?
little bit. The Colts, and I feel like I don't think the Washington really was stopping. I think Washington a little bit, but it was also like 3 and out, turnover city, stuff like that. And I'm not going
That's
to
what
count.
kind of scares me.
I'm not going to count the Gardner Minshew stuff. That doesn't count.
No, that doesn't count. But that kind of scares me because I was looking back and I was trying to see like what was the game where a team was like, we're cutting all that shit out. You're not going to run the ball. If anything, I seen more games where the Eagles kind of went off schedule and didn't run the ball enough, so it turned into more of a pass happy game, but not to the point where okay, yeah, the run game's not going today. Jalen Hurts is going to have to use his arm. So it's going to be interesting if that aspect happens.
The one
I
good
don't
thing
think it's
is
happened all game.
The one good thing is the biggest weakness of the Niners, and they don't have many, is attacking those outside corners. And we have 2 guys. We have a 1A, 1B, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and we even have a burner in Quez Watkins.
Don't forget about Dallas Goedert.
Dallas Goedert. Exactly. And we can maybe take advantage. And this is something we have to talk about, Juan. And I know it's old school thinking, and this like Brock Purdy's on the road. It's a hostile environment. Don't get me wrong,
baby.
The playoffs. Don't get me wrong, man. Playoff even when you're at home, but Seattle, come on. Were they ever really in danger of losing that game? No. Dallas, not really. You come into a enemy territory, batteries throwing at you, they're cussing at you, they're throwing piss on you.
Yeah.
And not to mention, they have the best pass rush in football.
Yeah. Yeah. And look, I know people are going to say I'm hating, and I'm sorry if you got 2 eyeballs and you watched that divisional game last week against the Cowboys. I didn't think Brock Purdy played all that amazing. I don't think so. He got a couple of lucky breaks with Trayvon Diggs dropping some balls and Dak Prescott playing really bad at certain spots of the game. I didn't feel like Purdy played all that well. And I feel like the Eagles are going to capitalize on one of these bad balls. It's been 2 straight playoff games, Max, that this Brock Purdy kid has thrown interceptable balls, and he's gotten lucky. Am I right?
That's a fact.
It's a fact. You can look at all the stats you want. You can look at the box score all you want, and it says 0 interceptions. Watch the game. He threw plenty of interceptable balls in both of those games. So I'm waiting for it. I really am. But this is a tough game, dude. Both rosters, as we're going through it, it's the best. They got the best rosters in football. It's these 2 teams. I know the quarterbacks are not as good on the AFC side, but as far as the whole team, it's the best of the best. They both got arguably number one receivers at the number two spots. They got kick-ass tight ends. Their running backs are good. Their offensive line is dominant. Defensive line dominant. We haven't even got to the San Francisco 49ers linebackers. My goodness.
That's the scariest part to me about this matchup. Yeah, I'm scared to death of Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, Al Shire. Those guys are missiles. They run all over the place. Fred Warner, I feel like, is someone who's going to really just try to negate Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. He got Dak last week, man. You look at the linebackers on the Eagles side. Are you concerned at all about Kazir White and who's the other
Edwards,
guy?
TJ Edwards.
Who's had a really good year.
I love the way they're playing, to be honest. And they scare me more in the pass coverage than the run game.
Well,
but again, I think we're going to be able to hopefully not stop completely, but just to keep in check maybe a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 rather than a 3rd and 4, which is what the Niners live for.
And what was I saying last week, Max, on the recap? I said I really want to see Brock Purdy throw outside the numbers because everything is inside for him.
He didn't really have
Everything
to against the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm yet to see it really. Like even against the Raiders, when that was probably his best like offensive performance as far as like throws, everything was play action, like over the middle. Nothing was outside the numbers, and that's what kind of pauses me. I know the Eagles linebackers have had a really good year, Max, but they're gonna have a really tough job with Ayuk going down the middle, Kittle down the middle, like those tough.
I just don't want to see the Eagles lose like that. We'll just say, oh, let them catch the ball and let them rumble. Like, no, take that shit away. Take that crap away. Make him throw deep, throw outside the numbers. That's what we need to do. So you said with the Niners, to take all that shit away. Take the Eagles RPOs, run game away, make them beat you with the pass. Same thing, Eagles. Take that shit away.
Yeah. Let's go to the battle tested aspect because I did want to bring this up. Who's a little bit more battle tested? Let's be real. I think it's the Niners because a lot of those guys are back from last year and they have been on the road. I know the Packers weren't all that good.
SoFi was a real hostile environment full of the Niner faithful.
I know.
They lost the home game last year, one in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know. But they did go to Green Bay, frigid Green Bay.
First of all, don't act like there's no seasoning on the Eagles. Super Bowl champions all over the place. But I let you keep going, keep talking.
Yeah, but that was years ago.
That's okay. Fletcher Cox is still there, baby. Lane's still there. Brandon Graham's still a dog. Come on, AJ Brown's been to a championship game. Come on.
You bring up Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson hasn't given up a sack since 2020.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
So you gotta love to hear that. So I want to see, Max, every big game to me, especially these where teams are, it's like just a Goliath of a matchup. Who's gonna be the enforcer? I look back like in Super Bowls, you see it a lot. Let's give a shout out to the Eagles. When Malcolm Jenkins hit the shit out of Brandon Cooks, that was the like enforcer part. Like that was the okay, we're here. Like it's gonna be a fucking dogfight. Another one, Cam Chancellor against the Denver Broncos. RIP to my boy, Demaryius Thomas. But he laid Demaryius Thomas out on that slant route in the first quarter. That's bringing the boom. That's bringing like all the energy and being the enforcer of the game. I want to see who is that going to be. Is it going to be Hufanga? Who is it going to be on the Eagles, Max? Who's that guy?
On defense, well, I think I want to pick X factors outside of the quarterbacks. With the enforcer on defense, I think it's going to be CJ Gardner-Johnson, man. I feel like he plays with a little bit of reckless abandon. He gets chirpy, and I want to see him just lay somebody out. He's not a big hitter. Maybe Marcus Epps, he just throws his body around. Yeah. But, man, I don't know. Man.
Because you guys don't really have him out. I mean, you know what, though? Even though it could be on offense, too. I can see A.J. Brown trucking someone to get
going. I want you to pick a non-quarterback X factor for each team, Eagles and 49ers.
Well, I'd say mine right now. Easy for the Eagles, Devontae Smith. Without a fucking doubt. It's Devontae Smith. If he goes off, that means good things are happening for the Eagles. It seems like when he has a good game, you guys are at your best.
I'll take the Eagles defense. And I want to say Hassan Reddick, somebody who a lot of people gave me shit for picking as an All-Pro one. I think I've been proven kind of right. He's a dog.
He balled out last week against the Giants. On the Niners side, I mentioned his name to be the enforcer. I think he could be the X factor too. Hufanga, who almost had like a unreal pick six during the game. Remember when he timed the snap?
Oh my
and he
god!
got to the running back so fast, like on some Troy Polamalu type stuff. That could have been a pick six.
Yeah, I'm afraid of that too. On the offensive side for the Niners, I think Ayuk. Ayuk scares me a lot. I know Debo's going to do his thing, but I'd say Ayuk or Kittle. Maybe Kittle just because of our linebackers and see what he's made of. When Kittle gets involved, this offense turns into almost unstoppable.
Yeah, most definitely, dude. I'm loving it. I'm so excited about this game. I can't pick which one I'm more excited about because they both have so many different aspects to them. It's like if you love like team ball and defense, you're gonna love seeing the Eagles and the Niners. And then if you love quarterback play, it's gonna be on the AFC side, man. Let's pick this game and then we'll go over to that crazy.
You already know who I'm freaking picking. Won't throw that shit up there. I'm picking the Philadelphia Football Eagles 27-24 in a freaking hard fought game. One's a punk slapdick who did not pick my team. Look at him, Bay City.
It pains me.
Look at this
it
boy.
Pains me. It pains
Look at these boys. Look at this Bay boy.
I'm gonna be rooting for the Fly Eagles fly. I'm gonna be a Philadelphia boy on Sunday. I'm telling you that right now. I am for damn sure not gonna root for the Niners. But if I'm going with my brain,
if you're not with us, then you're my enemy.
Against us.
You're my enemy.
I feel it. But look,
Anakin Skywalker vibes right now, my boy.
I've been saying it all year. I feel like the Niners have a Super Bowl caliber team. I think they're the best team. And they got the best chance of beating one of the AFC teams if they can get past the Eagles more than the Eagles. That's another, let's get this matchup done.
Oh, keep disrespecting me. Keep disrespecting me. Look ahead. Look ahead.
I'm going with the Niners.
Dumbass.
I'm going with the Niners, man. I got CM. I think CMC is too much. George Kittle, Ayuk, Debo, the defense. I think it's gonna be a hard fought game, but I'm going with the Niners, man. Going with the Niners. Sorry, Max. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be rooting for y'all.
Go to the next game. I ain't say one bad thing about the Niners. I just want to point out, no trash talking, no karma.
I didn't say no about the Eagles. I didn't say no about the Eagles.
I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing. Move on.
I said too much with my pick. All right, AFC Championship, 12-4. Cincinnati Bengals against the Kansas City Chiefs once again. Rematch of last year's AFC Championship in Kansas City. Let's go ahead and get the betting odds. Spread, Cincinnati -1.5. KC is +1.5. Wow, Cincinnati is favored in this game. I'm guessing that's because of the Patrick Mahomes injury.
I would assume so, Juan.
Yeah. Money line, Cincinnati -125. KC is +105. Over under is 47 points. Storylines. Max, what you got for us?
Obviously, Juan, we got to talk about the elephant in the room, the elephant in the ankle of Patrick Mahomes. Right now, when I looked, it's a pick 'em. So yeah, that's crazy.
And you know what? You know what's crazy? I think they're basing it off the press conference. Because I seen on Instagram that there's a press conference of him walking down the stairs with no limp and no boot, no nothing. So they're thinking he's good to go.
Well, I mean, he's going to play regardless, right? Like we already know that. Yes, so can the Bengals O-line have a repeat performance against what they did against the Bills, where they not only like held up, they dominated from start to finish?
Yeah, I think so.
Why not, right? And then
Kansas City's defensive line ain't nothing to go home about.
But here's the thing, though. Kansas City's defensive line has a guy who's a difference maker in Chris Jones. They do have George Karlaftis, who's solid. Carlos,
they got a lot of guys. They just got a lot of guys.
But they at least had the superstar that it was so obvious that Buffalo lacked. And while taking care of the ball, both sides, these quarterbacks can sometimes get a little loose with it. Patrick Mahomes, let's not forget what happened last year. Chiefs were kicking their butt 24-3, right? What was it? 18-3 or something. They don't score before halftime, and the Bengals just came out and smacked them every play. So let's see if the Bengals, who are 0-3 in their last matchups against the Chiefs, or the Chiefs are 0-3 against the Bengals, won. I think I have a slide in there if you want to throw that up. And I don't know if
Gotcha.
you call this like a Mahomes struggle. Like, does he struggle typically against the Bengals? It's 0-3.
100%.
I mean, what's
100%.
crazy is that's not even struggling for the average quarterback.
It's struggling for him, though.
Yes.
Under 300 yards, like, those are first half stats. That's what that is. It's he dominates in the first half, it seems like, and he struggles in the second, man. But this last game wasn't really like that. Honestly, the last matchup, I don't know if you remember, Max, but Kelsey fumbled in that game, which was a huge turning
Oh
point.
yeah, that at the end, right?
Yeah. So I
Oh,
think that was really the difference in that one. But Cincinnati just holds with them, bro. Like, they got the firepower to go back and
well,
forth
they
with
got
them.
the Jamar, they got T
Yeah.
Higgins, they got guys like Hayden Hurst who are solid, and Joe Mixon, who I think is going to be a difference maker. This might be a little early. If I'm picking the X factor for the Bengals offense, it's Joe Mixon.
Yeah. Joe Mixon, man. Here's some of the defensive rankings for the Chiefs. Here we go for the offense. Almost first in everything, man. It's ridiculous. Cincinnati Bengals, really good home record. That don't matter. That's an old slide. Ignore that, people. Defensive ranking 7th, 23rd, middle of the pack for yards allowed. And this is the offensive stats. Okay, not too shabby. 29th in rushing, which is kind of surprising for them with a Joe Mixon team. But don't let the stats fool you in this one, man. They got the run game going last week against the Buffalo Bills, and they got it rolling. Look, interesting nuggets on this one. You know, I got to get my interesting nuggets up in here. Last time that we had a rematch of the AFC Championship, Max, go ahead and guess that.
Colts Patriots?
Who?
Colts Patriots?
No.
Jets Steelers? I don't know. No. Who?
The Patriots are involved.
No, of course they have to. Colts Patriots Chiefs?
No.
Who Patriots Broncos?
Patriots Ravens. Back
Oh
to
my
back.
God.
Yeah. Back in the days.
You know, I heard
Flacco
going
days.
2011 to now, every AFC team like championship has had the Chiefs or the Patriots. On a side note.
Exacto mundo. But this is fifth for the Chiefs for hosting. That is insane. They got one
Crazy.
more to tie. They got one more to tie the New England Patriots for next year.
God, Andy Reid, you're really slowing down, bro. You bum.
The crazy thing is Andy Reid was doing this in Philly.
It was.
He was
Yeah,
going.
he just wasn't getting to the bowl.
Yeah, exactly. But look, this is a Bengals team that has cracked the code on Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. And Andy Reid is not all that good in playoff games. Look, he has the one run in him, or I would say the 2 runs, you know. But as far as him in like huge games, they really do blow it. Like last year with Patrick Mahomes, you can say like, oh, that hasn't happened with Mahomes. It literally happened last year. And Andy Reid has done it with Alex Smith. Andy Reid has done it with Donovan McNabb. So I don't think it's something to ignore, Max. What do you think about it?
I think it's definitely something to take a look at. One, it's you know, they had the 2 Super Bowls back to back, and they got blown out by the Bucks in the one with no offensive line, no tackles.
Yeah.
And last year they squandered it. I mean, they basically beat the Patriots, other than who was it, D4 jumping off sides for no reason.
Offsides. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's something to kind of look at, but I think this Chiefs team is kind of out for blood, out for vengeance. You know, you can't lose to a team 3 times in a row. And, you know, there's your kryptonite. That's all the coaches are going to be saying to him. Hey, you're their kryptonite. This team's your kryptonite. You guys can't beat this team. You can't beat them. You can't beat Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. Patrick Mahomes, you're supposed to be the guy and you can't do it. Yeah. So I'm not necessarily that worried because, you know, I know Andy Reid's kind of had some bad playoff games, but I'm not worried. I think these guys have I like the Chiefs in this matchup. I'm just going to say it like that.
Yeah. This one's hard, man. We got the elite quarterbacks, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes. What's a matchup that you want to highlight, Max, besides the quarterbacks?
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to we could talk all day about that.
say.
I want to say, obviously, the O line for the Bengals is a key against the Chiefs D line, who's not the most talented, but man, that Bengal team is playing great. Jackson Cartman stepped up. Alex Kapp was playing hurt. Ted Karras playing hurt. Seems like everyone's kind of gluing together at the right time, and they don't. I don't think they're going to have Jonah Williams one. How about the pass catching units? And I want to ask you this: we made a video this offseason about should you ever really pay a receiver? We said no. How the Chiefs looking without Tyreek Hill? Right back where we start. But is this going to be the game where we say, "Oh my God, if they had Tyreek Hill, it would have changed"?
What were we saying when that whole trade went down, and then
it just
even
lowers
talking
the
about
margin. It lowers the margin for error.
Right. And we're yet to see it in a moment where it's like, man, the Chiefs are down and out in this one. The Chiefs just flat out didn't show up. And here comes number 15 throwing to number 10, Tyreek Hill, and they're making magic happen. They've kind of done it this year with Kelsey in his spot, but not really to the magnitude that they were doing it.
It's not like here's a 10-yard slant and it's going to make you 3 guys miss. It's like the Bills. They don't win that game without Tyreek last year.
Yeah, 100%. And to give the Chiefs credit, what was a game this year that they were really zombie walking? Not really none. Like that they just did not show up.
Did they get blown out this year?
I don't think so. What they they lost to the Colts, they lost to the Bengals. Who's the other team that they lost to?
Oh my goodness. Did they play the Bills? Yeah, they lost to the Bills.
They lost to the Bills, which that was a close game. It wasn't nothing crazy.
Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna pull them up right now.
I might be wrong about that Bills one. Maybe the Bills did dominate them. Can't remember.
No, I think Patrick Mahomes threw a pick at the end, remember?
Oh, yeah. No, so it was close. Yeah, they haven't had that like zombie walking whole game type of thing.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. 2044. Yeah, the only losses they took. They lost Bengals, Bills, Colts, each by less than 4 points. So Bengals was a field goal, Colts was a field goal. This was by 4 points.
And they should have won that Colts game. That was
absolutely.
There was some BS penalties in that.
Wow.
One. So this is a little bit of a different Chiefs team. I think they game plan a lot better. As crazy as that sounds for an Andy Reid team.
No, I think you're 100% correct, and I think I like that run game better than last year too with Pachenko. It kind of adds a little flavor to it.
Yeah. Just don't. If Clyde Edwards-Helaire is available for this game, which I doubt he is, I don't know the information for it, but do not play him. Play Pacheco.
Yeah, let's not do what they did with Derrick Henry, the Titans. Let's not just start him because he's
because I mean Derrick Henry, at least he's like all pro.
He's all pro. Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying Dante Foreman looked better than him in that game. No offense, you're coming off foot surgery.
Exactly.
You have an excuse, but that's it. So let's just pick our X factors. I said for was it the Bengals, Joe Mixon? What about the Bengals defense?
I'm gonna go
Apple?
One of the linebackers. I know. I was gonna bring him up at the end, but let's go ahead and talk about Eli Apple, and then I'll say my X factor. Okay.
Okay.
Eli Apple. So percentage that he ignites like a fucking rally for the Chiefs because how much shit talking he's doing during the game.
I would agree. I would agree with that. I mean, he's like the Pat Bev of the NFL. Someone tweeted that, I don't know who, but that's a really good one.
He's a little bit better than Pat, just a little bit.
No, I feel like they're the exact same.
Heyday. Not Pat Bev right now.
Yeah, not Pat Bev.
Pat Bev right now is just garbage. Come on.
Oh, no, that's a bum. That's a wash bum.
Yeah, Eli Apple is still a capable corner. I wouldn't say a great corner, but he's capable. He's good on some days. But he might fuck up shit, man, and get the Chiefs riled up. And maybe it's a Twitter beef, tomorrow or something.
Oh my God. Didn't he try to talk shit to DeMar Hamlin or something?
Yeah, some people were saying that he told Stephon Diggs Cancun on 3 when he was talking to him. And he had the emoji of DeMar Hamlin that, how he was throwing up the heart.
Yeah.
So he had that emoji. So people were like, what the heck? Like, are you dissing DeMar Hamlin? He was like, nah, y'all tripping. Y'all funny.
Yeah.
Trying to backtrack and shit. But
Eli Apple, keep your head a little.
He's an asshole, bro.
Yeah,
Let's
I would
just be
agree with that a lot.
real.
So
Yeah.
who's your X factor? So it's not Eli Apple. I'm gonna take it.
No, it's definitely not Eli Apple. I'm gonna go with Logan Wilson, man. I think he's an unsung
I like
hero.
him. Jermaine
Him and
Pratt and
Jermaine
him.
Pratt. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the ones who don't get talked about with that play being made at the goal line. They're the ones who knocked the ball out of Tyler Huntley's hands. And I
Hmm.
know Sam Hubbard was the one to return it, but they were the ones that knocked it out. So they're really unsung heroes in that defense. And a second guy that I just want to mention, if you don't mention him, Mike Hilton, dude. He's a baller. I think he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He is really fucking
A
good.
true nickel back, great nickel corner, does his job really well. Do you want to take the Chiefs off? Do you take the Chiefs offense X factor, and I'll take the defense?
X factor for the Chiefs, Pacheco. No, I take that back. McKinnon.
I like him.
McKinnon is the X factor. Yeah.
Ooh, I like both. So the running backs. Let's take the running back
Yeah.
group.
The
Okay,
running
I like
backs.
that one.
Yeah.
For the Chiefs defense, I'm gonna say Nick Bolton. Nick Bolton or Justin Reed. I really like Justin Reed. I think he's an underrated player. He's got to make some splash play, whether it's a pick of Joe Burrow knocking the ball to Jamar Chase's hand or T. Higgins. Someone's got to make a turnover happen in this game. That's going to be
they got a lot of unsung heroes on their defensive line. Like you mentioned, Karloff.
Where's the Daniel Sorensen, man? It's just like, where's that guy?
Even like the big ass motherfucker Saunders.
Oh, Kalen?
D tackle. Yeah,
I like Kalen.
He be making plays out of nowhere for them. But I gotta agree with you, Nick Bolton. That's a really good pick. Maybe Watson, the corner, the rookie guy that they
Justin
have.
Watson, yeah.
Yeah, he made a crazy pick in the playoff game with one hand on Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
So maybe he can get in the mix. And who we missing for just X factor for the Bengals offense now, right?
No, I had Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with T. Higgins. I feel like T. Higgins is an absolute X factor. He's kind of like the trump card for the Bengals. It's kind of like, okay, you guys got everything covered up. It don't matter. This guy is tall as shit, he's big as shit. He's just gonna jump over you and catch the ball and just be a physical
Yeah,
freak.
just out physical your ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, he's covered, but he's not.
Yeah. They did it in the Super Bowl. Like they went to T. He had 2 touchdowns.
Well, that might have been, that might be OPI last I saw, but a little let it slide. It's Jalen Ramsey.
A little bit, you know.
A little bit it is.
But I'm excited, man. So I'm gonna throw in the enforcer because I thought that was fun with the Eagles.
Yeah, I like that one.
Matchup. Who's your enforcer on the? Let's go Chiefs first.
Chiefs. Nick Bolton. I like Nick Bolton
Just
for sure.
Willie Gay. Hard hit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be
someone
that.
out. Who's he gonna hit though? Who's he gonna knock? Like
Mixon?
Who does he?
Hayden Hurst.
Yeah, he got to crack someone, man.
Yeah. What about for the Bengals? Who you like?
Oh, definitely Logan Wilson again for the. No, you know what? I'm gonna go with Mike Hilton. He gets his nose dirty, man. He was all over the place for that Buffalo game. I feel like he'll have a little big hit on someone, like on MVS or
like a bubble screen or something.
Yeah,
pop somebody.
Yeah, and like it doesn't have to be a hard hit. It could just be one of those like all over that shit kind of play. Like that shit ain't happening today. And I would say the enforcer on the Bengals offense, definitely Joe Mixon, dude. He runs when he's angry. That motherfucker runs hard, bro. Like he was running hard, dog.
And I'm gonna go with it's got to be Kelsey. Kelsey means so much to this team. He's just his play. You know what I mean? It just opens it up. Let's see if they're gonna double him. Over under 110 catches for Kelsey.
That's such a hard number because that's literally the best number to do it at. I would go under, but like he gets like 8. Like, you know, it's not something crazy.
8 for 98, something crazy.
Yeah. It's so hard. I was hearing something about that on a lot of podcasts this week. Like, why don't you double Kelsey? Why don't you double that?
No, you think they've ever tried it? You think they've any teams thought to try it at this point? I'm just asking because it's like that kind of like, oh, we just double them. No shit, they try. People try.
I know. And Chris Sims gives like a really good explanation for it. He's just like, hey, like it's fucking hard because you double him and it's like MVS is open down the field for 30 yards on the crosser. Like they're really good this year on the offense that they're running with Mahomes, man. They know how to get people open. Like Juju Smith will hit you for a 25-yarder. And it's like, why are we doubling?
I totally forgot that he's even on their freaking team, dude.
Juju?
Yeah, I totally forgot he's on their team.
Maybe dance on the field, sell it.
Oh my God, that was against the bank. That was against the Bengals.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Get him back.
He was on the Steelers. Oh man, yeah, that'll be fun, dude. That'll be really fun. Okay, so it's come down to this: who we picking? Who you got?
I got the Chiefs one. I got to go against you again. Chief Kingdom, F the Raiders. If Philly don't win it, I'm rooting for Chiefs all the way. Let's see another Super Bowl in that AFC West.
Oh my God, you break my heart saying that, man.
I'm glad. I'm glad. That's how I feel. You
don't say that. Don't say that. Chiefs Kingdom? That just sounds gross coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, and I hope you get gout. How's that, buddy?
I'm rolling with them Bengals, baby. That Who Dey Nation. The only other nation.
Oh, yeah, there's no other nation. There's no nation. I won. You're a bum. You're a bum.
Who Dey Nation. Bengals all the way, man. I'm rooting for Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow. Joe Mixon and the boys, man. Jamar Chase. I can't wait, dude. I pray to the football gods. Please don't give us a 49er Chiefs Super Bowl. I'm going to Six Flags. I will go to Disneyland. I would go somewhere if.
Why don't you take another trip with your riches? Take another trip. How's that?
I might. Fuck the Super Bowl if that's the Super Bowl, man. I ain't messing with
Look at this guy. Not a real fan of the sport, guys. He doesn't even watch if it's not.
I hate those teams so much, Max.
I know. But of course has to go on.
Can't do it. We got a comment here.
Can I bring up some just like out of? Well, come on,
Christian.
No, come on.
Pat Murr. Right. Pat Murr. Joe Shiesty, baby. Joe Shiesty.
Travis Kelce. One, can I bring up some like business out of left field?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we have a little Laker corner on a Wednesday? Is that okay?
Yeah, why not?
How you like Rui? Like a little Rui Hachi sauce?
I'm not that excited about it. I mean, people.
So were you just like, yeah, I love this Kendrick Nunn. He's gonna turn it around.
No, it was just more. It was more the fact, like, oh my God, Richie Imura, let's go. Like, I was listening to the radio a lot that day when it happened because it was my off day and I had the radio going. I had 710. They were talking about it nonstop.
Oh yeah. I mean, okay. Hey, we're not winning the championship now because of this trade.
Like, come on, dude.
Let me put it like this: I'd rather have a 6'8" guy than a 6'2" guy who can't defend and really can't shoot.
You got freaking John Ireland out here saying like, "Oh yeah, he could be a championship piece." Get the fuck out of here! Have you watched Rui Hachimura? Have you watched
him? Spot up God. They're 1-0 since acquiring him. They're 1-0.
My man's got like 3 highlights to his career, dog. Like, come on.
That's enough. That's 3 more than you. They're 1-0. They blew out the Spurs today.
Which they should. They got blown out by the Clippers.
They're playing Boston on Saturday. That's Rui.
That's Rui time. It's Rui time. AD is back. AD got off the bench today. High hopes,
wait,
dude. Look,
10 or like, what's the over under on games he's gonna like before he gets like hurt? How many games does it take him to hobble?
Oh my God!
He'll be hobbling in Boston. He'll step on somebody's big toe.
He'll scare us again. You know.
Yeah.
AD is hobbling. You know. AD fell awkwardly.
Let me know when AD loses a limb. Come on.
I see. You remember when he got hurt this year, and they were like, "How did AD mess up his ankle in the air?"
Oh my God! Yeah, he's glass. But you know what? One, we have a great weekend of football. It's going to be torture for me.
I want to tell you this though.
I don't want to talk to you anymore because you hate on the Eagles.
What's the high for the playoff seeding for the Lakers? Where do you want them?
No, like 6. I think they can sneak into 6.
I think they can too. Look, if all things can, AD has to be healthy. Look, there's a lot of stuff that needs to happen. Okay,
right now the Lakers are a smackdown at 13. They're the same.
The West is bullshit.
We're 2 games back. The Jazz are gonna fall off a cliff. Yeah. Don't worry.
Maybe if the
Yeah,
Suns keep on falling off a cliff.
Yeah, low key. The East is way better than the West right now.
Oh yeah, it's not even close. The West is all messed up. There's 4 good teams in the West. That's
Do
it.
people still think the West is like the conference?
Probably people who don't watch basketball, which people will argue is us because we never talk about it. But the
Yeah.
West is definitely not as good as the East. The East, low-key came back in a big way. LeBron got out at the right time, dog.
You know what else came up in the big way one? The NFC East, baby, because we're representing, and that's what I'm going to say. That's my last thing, because you're a fucking hater. You're a hater, and I hate you.
You don't hate me. You love me. It's a love-hate relationship.
You. Go take a trip.
No, you don't. Look, I want that same energy if you guys lose, okay? I won't have
a voice on Sunday, by the way. So maybe.
I hope so. You better be dead, okay? You
better trust me. Trust me. I'll be dead. Trust me. I'll be dead.
All right, y'all. I think that's gonna do it, man. We hope you guys enjoyed this championship little preview, man. We're excited, dude. It's gonna be a hell of a weekend. I can't wait. We appreciate you guys rocking with us. Like I said, hit that like button, man, if you guys haven't already. Thank you to Christian in the live chat, Joe Brr, Joe Shiesty, all that good stuff. Subscribe.
I forgot about Joe Shiesty.
Subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. If you guys are new, and if you guys are already subscribed, unsubscribe, resubscribe, mess with that algorithm. It's just all around, dude. Go tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell whoever is in your life. Tell them about the Max and Juancast. Spread the word, spread the love, spread that Philly love.
Spread that love, baby. You know what I mean? Don't be a hater like Juan.
Don't be a hater fan. Like Max.
City of brotherly love. Get a cheesesteak. Get a damn cheesesteak. Get a damn cheesesteak. Play some soft jams and just ball out, Philly. Fly Eagles fly, Juan. That's it.
All right, we out. Peace.